Hey, what's up guys? Jed here. Intermittent fasting for night shift workers or people with irregular schedules. How are you supposed to do that? Good question. Let's talk about it. So what kind of people are those? Well, that could be a number of different people, such as nurses or an accountant, I don't know, a janitor, you name it. It could be anything that involves you having several hours of work, especially overnight, and jobs like that. So how could you possibly do intermittent fasting if you're someone that has that kind of hectic work schedule? Well, it's a really tough question because the truth is a lot of you guys that do have those kind of schedules can't do intermittent fasting. But if you have a good idea and understanding of how intermittent fasting works, really, you don't need to do intermittent fasting if you wanted to lose weight. So again, if you're new to intermittent fasting and don't really know how it works, it's basically where you eat at a certain time and stop eating for a certain amount of time. And I do understand that people, like I said, that have hectic jobs like that, or that involves them having to work really long hours, maybe even past where they can't really fit in intermittent fasting, then there's really no need for you to be afraid because you can still lose weight either way. Really, intermittent fasting is just to make it easier for you because you only eat at a certain time and then that's it. You just stop eating. But if you have a job such as the jobs I just mentioned or anything that has that kind of schedule, you don't need to do intermittent fasting. All you need to do is count your calories. I just realized my fan was on, right, so hopefully it's not as noisy. So anyway, so what do you do if you have that kind of schedule? Well, all you need to do is really just count your calories. Oh, but Jed, you know, I'm too busy. I don't have time to do all this calorie counting. Well, this is why when you're at home, you do it ahead of time and you prepare a week's worth so that when you're at work, you don't have to worry about all this preparation and whatnot. Also, I don't mean to offend any of you that do have those kind of jobs, but it doesn't matter if you are a nurse or an accountant, you name it, people will always have time to make these preparations. Because again, like I said, if you have time to take a shower when you get back home from work, if you have time to eat, if you have time to drink, you will always have time to make these advanced preparations. No excuses. If you have time to check your baby when you get home, if you have time to feed your dog when you get home, you will have time to do this. It's all about being fast. Come on, snap, snap, there we go. So anyway, yeah, you have to prepare things ahead of time so that when you're going through this crazy schedule of yours, you don't even really have to think about, oh, what am I gonna eat? How am I supposed to fit in this here and there, you know, things like that. So if your goal was losing weight, you just gotta make sure that you're eating less calories than you need so that you can just lose weight. That's it. There are so many options you have. You can do nutrition bars, shakes, or if you just want to prepare a classic meal and have it prepared in some sort of plastic container or whatever, and you do that a week's worth in advance so that you don't have to do it every single day. And that's it. As long as you know you're in a caloric deficit after all your preparations, then you're good to go. You don't even need to implement intermittent fasting. That's why I believe that there's no person out there who can come up with an excuse as to why they can't lose weight. No matter what job you have, no matter how much homework you have, no matter how many kids you have, no matter whatever you have or don't have, you will always have time to do this. Alrighty? I know this one was a bit of a short one, but I felt like I really needed to answer this question since a lot of people were wondering, oh, how am I supposed to do this if I'm like so busy in my life? Like, come on guys. I'm literally sitting here right now shooting this video, taking my time to give you this kind of information and advice when I have other things to do, which I don't use as my excuse as to why I can't shoot this video. You just have to be strategic with your time and to really get off that mindset of making excuses as to why you can't do something, all right? And that's it. That's what I gotta say about people that have busy schedules or are night shift workers. Doesn't matter. That is how you can still continue to lose weight even without having to implement intermittent fasting. And if you guys are curious in learning more about intermittent fasting, be sure to check out my last video where I talked about if you should do intermittent fasting every day or every other day. Alrighty guys, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos just like this. Also, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below letting me know what kind of job do you have. And with that said, I will see you guys next time.